Chrissy, thank you. Professional skaters, activists, scientists, musicians, all coming together to try and inspire change, inspire you. This is Humanity Stoked, and it's showing at the Coronado Island Film Festival. And the director himself, Mr. Michael Ian Cohen, joining us now. Michael, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I love the title of this, first of all, Humanity Stoked. I want to know where the idea for the film came from and the title.
Sure. Well, the title really needed to incorporate two things: the love of humanity. That's really what the film is about, and stoked, of course, is a commonly used term to express excitement, especially in the world of skating and surfing.
Sure.
And so it made sense.
Where did the idea for this come from?
So I'm someone who was lucky enough, who knew what he wanted to do since he was a kid. I wanted to be a filmmaker and a humanitarian, even though I didn't know what that word meant, humanitarian, at 13. But I lived a kind of a fear-based life professionally and never even spent a day trying to become a filmmaker. And this is actually part of the narrative of the doc, which is really about understanding fear. More than anything, that's what the film is about. And so, after coming out of a pretty bad depression at 50 and deciding I'm no longer going to let fear stop me from doing what I want to do, stop me from really living the life that I envisioned for myself, I decided I'm going to do everything that I ever wanted to do, and to combine my loves, a lifelong love of skateboarding, of humanity, and making a difference in the world, and that's the impetus of the film.
I wonder sometimes when you make a film like this, the inspiration comes from something that you know really well or something that you know nothing about, and you learn a lot about it. You started skating, you mentioned this, when you were super young, right?
Yeah, about 7.
So when that passion comes together, you thought, this is just a natural coming together. What lessons from that do you take to then ultimately teach that lesson? You mentioned the depression and coming out of that. How do you combine those elements in a film to deliver that message?
Yeah, so that was really hard because the film is about, I would say, 9 key issues.
Sure.
Issues of xenophobia, equality, issues of depression, addiction, environmental issues, what we teach kids in school, and fear. But how to take all of those subjects with a cast of 70 iconic people and create a narrative, there's actually a narrative arc and a flow that's an interesting story, was extremely challenging. But fortunately, you know, I'm proud to say that we pulled it off. As you know, the film has actually won its 19th award for Best Feature Documentary. Yeah,
congrats on that.
Thank you so much. And so, but the main thing that ties it together is really our understanding of fear, because all of these issues, they're either directly caused by fear, or at the very least they are exacerbated by fear. And so that's the main theme of the film.
And I like that you can take that theme, but it's skating and that kind of stuff. Like, wait a minute, the message is amazing. Can you name drop? Because there are some, you mentioned there are some iconic people in this thing. Give me some of the, you know.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Of course. I mean, obviously everyone knows Tony Hawk, who's in the film, and a lot of famous skaters from Tony Alva and Peggy Oki, some of the OG skaters from back in the 70s. And they will actually, Tony Alva and Peggy Oki, they will actually be at the event, so you can come down and we have a meet and greet. It's going to be amazing. But also from icons from the world of science like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Shepard Fairey.
It's amazing. You get to skate with those guys. Like, hey, show them your tricks, your ollie, or whatever you got. Well, can you still pull those tricks? Tony can still do stuff, you know.
Tony,
do you get to skate with them?
I'll be 57 in 2 weeks, so I didn't start learning to skate, transition, invert until I was 51.
You're kidding
I've been skating my whole life.
You're giving me hope for something like this. I was like, I can never fake. Wow, I mean, that's impressive. You mentioned, I mean, the topics covered in the film are incredible, and you do it all through something that is a passion for you. Before we get all the info up, one more time, kind of tell people what the overarching theme of this thing is and what you want them to walk away after watching this film.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Having done 41 film festivals, this is our final festival here in Coronado, going out with a bang. I'm fortunate I get to go to some of these Q&As after, and I see that people get it, how the film resonates with them, specifically about our understanding of fear and how we could get past that to not only make a positive difference in our own lives, but a positive difference in the lives of people all around us.
Can you give me a quick, how do you get past the fear? Not that that's a spoiler alert for them, but how do some people feel like it's too much to overcome?
Right. I mean, there's two basic ways to get past fear, and one of the people in the film speaks a lot about that, Andrew Huberman. But for a single instance, I mean, you could brute force it. I'm just gonna forge through this. But for larger life-changing issues, that's not sustainable. The way to really do it more effectively is to look inward and really develop an understanding of where the fear emanates from, and how we understand that a lot of it is a consequence of evolution. We evolved to be very scared people.
Get to the root of it.
Yeah. If you get to the root of it, and it helps you overcome it, and also letting go of caring about not only what people may think of us if we fail, or letting go of the fear of uncertainty. And you find that it doesn't take as much force to move through fear. The fear kind of just evaporates and allows you to move forward in a natural way.
Come on now, Michael. That's what it's all about right there. Humanity Stoked, 8th Annual Coronado Island Film Festival, the pre-party, the screening, Sunday 2 p.m., Coronado Performing Arts Center. Michael Ian Cohen, we thank you very much for your time. By the way, to get a link to the film and tickets, fox5sandiego.com. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back.